What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day. Overall, you guys, it was one of those days where we could have had maybe 3 or 4 mans in a row hit for us, but it's not one of those weeks, you guys. It's not one of those weeks where everything falls into place nicely. It's one of those weeks where we have to fight for absolutely every single unit that we've earned, right? So you can see, even though there is so much green on the board, right, we only actually hit one of them, and one of them pushed right here. But you can see, obviously, like, this barely missed. This missed by 1 kill, which was yesterday's YouTube play. These right here, I know you can see the red here, but this was 1 pass away from hitting right here. So this was also something that we had set up. That was a 3 out of 4. But overall, it actually was a pretty decent day. First of all, most of the plays that I sent out football-wise actually did hit. I talked a lot about those on Friday, the plays that I like. I told you guys I was kind of avoiding the Eagles because I didn't know what they were going to do in yesterday's game. If you were to ask me on Friday what they were going to do, I thought they were going to hand the ball to Saquon like 30 times. He only got the ball 15 times, you guys. He looked injured yesterday. Jalen Hurts threw like 30 times or something like that. So overall, I'm glad I avoided the Eagles. And then I told you guys my favorite plays were Shakir to go over 5 receptions. I was pretty much saying that all week, as well as James Cook going over 14 rush attempts. So hopefully you guys got those in your slips somehow. He did go over 5 receptions, as you can see here. He got 6. I also told you guys I liked Worthy to go over receptions too, over Travis Kelce. So on Friday, I warned you guys, Travis Kelce, I don't really like that play. I didn't take it. And then I also warned you guys on Friday about Jalen Hurts. I think like 250,000 or maybe even 500,000 people took Jalen Hurts over rushing yards, and it was at like 32. You could see that he did it in the past 5 of his last 5 games, but he was injured. His knee was injured. And you can see that he would run the ball and he would slide down, after getting 2 yards because he didn't want to take a hit. And that's exactly what I said on Friday. So hopefully you guys put some of these plays in, avoided some of these plays, avoided the Travis Kelce line, avoided the Jalen Hurts line. That's really the one that I told you guys to avoid. Don't just go off of the past 5 games just because he's injured, right? That's a completely different thing. That's going to completely change him as an athlete. Obviously, like I'm not going to go over these too much. You can see here we got extremely close to hitting a lot of these here. This one, for example, Jalen Hurts, 20 pass completions when Saquon was just absolutely going off, but it seemed like Saquon was actually injured in this game. Which is weird. Obviously I thought Saquon was probably going to get the ball he probably should have got the ball like 28 times, and he only got the ball 15 times. So that just goes to show Saquon was definitely injured. He was on the bike and stuff like that. We did hit this one right here. I don't know if I've already said this, but we did hit this one right here. And then this was actually yesterday's YouTube play. These 3 down here were, so we hit on Sleeper, which was actually like a 3.5x. We hit on Better. And then this was yesterday's YouTube play right here. So we almost went 3 for 3 on YouTube right here. We missed by 1 kill, you guys. This Ziz player right here, he needed 1 more kill in the last 3 or 4 rounds of the game and could not get it done, which is crazy because we've missed so many slips this week by Counter-Strike guys getting double kills, triple kills in the final round, and that pushing their slip over, right? This play actually right here is a great example of this. This James guy was at 9 headshots, and then the final round, and this happened yesterday, and I told you guys about this happening multiple times this week. Yesterday, he was at 9 headshots. He got 2 headshots in the very last round, and the game ended. Okay, so just to show you guys kind of what we're going through this week, I told you guys we are fighting for every single unit, and overall, like, it was a decent day. You can see here, we could have easily hit, if this day went different, we could have easily hit 4 of these, 3 of these, maybe even 2 of these, right? But overall, that's just how it is. This guy needed 1 more kill and could not get it done. I mean, it was so frustrating to watch, but it is what it is, right? Like, I think overall, the NFL plays were good. I feel like I'm reading it. I feel like I'm reading the plays well. I feel like I'm reading soccer well. I feel like I'm reading Counter-Strike well. I feel like I'm reading the NFL well and football well. So overall, I don't know, one of those days. I'm really appreciative of you guys because I got a lot of comments yesterday of like, man, I got comments, and I also got texts from you guys, which is great to see, of just like loving the transparency and just telling me to keep my head up, and like you're riding with me and you trust the process and everything like that. So I really appreciate you guys on that. I definitely want you guys to win, and that is all of my energy goes into you guys winning. So when these things barely miss, it just like it sucks the energy out of me, really. So I'm glad that you guys can really feed me that energy again, and I'm ready to get after after it this week. And like I said, the plays they're happening, right? They're getting 3 out of 4s. They're missing by 0.5 kills. We're just getting a little bit unlucky, and we're just barely just so close to not hitting some of these. So overall, you guys, we are still in good hands. This is the 6-month or 7-month graph, and I went over this in detail in yesterday's video, so I really urge you guys to watch that. But over 6-7 months, I mean, we are up, right? We are up 460 units over the past 6 or 7 months right here. You can see we're on a very steady incline when you zoom out, right? And then you can see that we've had dips before, right? You're never going to find a sports bettor that wins every single day or every single month or every single week, but we actually have won every single month so far in this thing. Not to jinx anything, but over the past 6-7 months, we have never had a losing month, okay? And this is actually our month. And this just goes to show you how insane it's been to have such a bad week that we've had, and we are still profitable in the month. That just goes to show how insane it was the first 2 weeks of January. The first 2 weeks of January, like I said, everything was falling for us. These things that probably shouldn't win our way did go our way, and then this week it's been the opposite, right? So you can see we've definitely on the decline here. If we hit maybe three of those 4-mans, we would have just absolutely shot back up to probably like 50 or 60 units. But hey, man, we will build back up. Again, going up 25, 28, 30 units over the course of a month is still really, really good, having a 10% ROI right here. So this is 2025, which pretty much means this is the month of January because we're only a month in. So yeah, let's keep it going. These are graphs. If you guys don't know, I'm very transparent on this channel. Everything is tracked. Everything is managed. And then I do have a VIP that I send more plays out to you guys for. So if you guys want to get into that VIP, all you guys have to do is text me the word picks to my number right here on the screen, and I will get you guys 2 free months of the VIP. I actually talked to the owners of this app, Vivid Bets. And what they're doing for you guys, you used to have to deposit $10 into this app to be eligible, I guess. But actually, you can deposit $5 now, okay? So you can join my VIP for free for 2 months with just $5. All you're going to have to do is text me the word picks right here to my number, and then I'll have you sign up for the app Vivid Picks if it's available in your state. If it's not available, I have other apps that you guys can sign up for. It's no problem. Please text me first before you do any of this, just because I want to make sure that you guys are doing it in the right way and you guys don't mess up or anything like that. But again, once you do that, you use my code, which is detective in no caps at all lowercase. Once you do that, you're just gonna have to put $5 into this app, just $5. Once you do that, send me a screenshot of proof and I'll get you guys into the VIP for 2 months free. Again, we have profited every single month. We've never had a losing month on this channel, right? And it just goes to show, like, even this past week, we still had so many opportunities to have this week turn around, right? And now it's a new week, right? It's Monday, so I'm excited about that. And then this is the play for the day, you guys. I know I've been talking a lot, but it's just been one of those whirlwinds of a weekend. And it really, I mean, it's championship weekend, so it's a really big weekend of betting right here. So going on to the next week, going on to the next couple weeks, we do have the Super Bowl coming up. And I wanted to give you guys some early plays for the Super Bowl, some early value on the Super Bowl. If you guys don't know, really value is found right when the lines come out. So like the day of the line coming out or something like that, or maybe even right before the game, right? Because those are when the lines are most volatile. Those are when they shift, right? So let's talk about Counter-Strike first, and then I will talk about NFL. If you guys don't want to play something that's going to be 13 days out, right? So hopefully this Counter-Strike hits tonight, and then we'll have to wait 13 days. If you guys don't want to lock your money up for that long, you guys can just play this as a 2-man if you guys really want to. I recommend it as playing as a 4-man just because these are really good picks. But let's get into the play nonetheless. We do have Counter-Strike tonight going under on these 2 guys. So Wood 7, his name's also Woody, people hear him called, and then Nithon right here. So we are taking them under together. These are the 2 worst players on these 2 teams, okay? They're the 2 worst players. Solid is the better team. Solid, the last time they played, they beat this team like 13-3 and then 13-2, okay? So it should be one of those games that's a very quick game. And one of those games where everyone else except these players is doing well in these games, okay? So I always talk about Counter-Strike and how it's correlated. It's correlated based off of game length. So if it is a short game, less kills will happen. If it's a long game, it goes into overtime, yada, 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 then more kills will happen in that game, okay? Pretty much talk about it every day. But Counter-Strike, Valorant, they are the same way, and they're correlated the same way. If it's a long game, more kills will happen. If it's a short game, less kills will happen. So hoping for a short game here. I will say I always bet on this Wood 7 guy to go under. He is not very good at the game. A lot of times he will get maybe like 6, 7 kills in a game and just be absolutely just like invisible in a game. So him being at 14.5 is the highest I've ever seen his line. A lot of times I'll see him at 12 or 12.5. So I don't know why they have him at 14.5. This is way too high, you guys. So I'm taking the unders right here on Counter-Strike together. This is correlated together. And then down here for the Super Bowl, we have Eagles, Chiefs, obviously. And then we have Saquon Barkley to go over rush attempts, and we got Jalen Hurts to go under pass completions. I still think the same thing for the Eagles, right? I think what they do is they run the ball first. They play like a college team. When they get ahead, if they get ahead, or their default manner is to run the ball, okay? So I'm taking Saquon over 22 rush attempts, and I'm taking Jalen Hurts under 18.5 pass completions. His pass completion total was 16.5 last week, and then it got bumped down to 16, okay? So for some reason now it's 2.5 pass completions higher just because he had a good game versus the Commanders. I don't buy it. The reason he had a good game versus the Commanders is because they abandoned the run a little bit because Saquon was injured, okay? So Saquon, he's going to be back to full health. It's 2 weeks away. He's going to, get his calf situated or whatever. He definitely was dealing with an injury based on what I was seeing. So I am taking Saquon over rush attempts right here. His line last game was like 25 or 25.5. So now they bumped it down another 3 just because he got injured. Now he should be at full health on the Super Bowl unless something crazy happens. And this is also correlated, right? So if the Eagles end up winning this game, or they do run more than they pass, they're going to run the ball a lot more, right? So if they run more, they're going to pass less. If they're winning the game, they're going to run more. They're going to try to run the clock out, and they're going to pass less, right? Any team that is winning the game, especially with someone like Saquon Barkley, they're going to run the ball, and they're not going to pass at all. And the Eagles, they do this the best out of any team in the NFL, and that's why they're in the Super Bowl, because they're extremely good at running, and they're extremely good at just winning games by running the ball. And in the fourth quarter, if they are ahead, if it just so happens that they're ahead in this game, they're going to hand the ball to Saquon. Saquon's going to be able to close out the game, get first downs, and have a lot of rush attempts that way. So this is very correlated together. If you guys don't know why we're so profitable, it's because of correlation. These things should make sense together, right? These plays should make sense together. This is what I tell you guys every single video. So if you guys like this, again, please make sure to text me the word picks to my number right here, and like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.